Welcome everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you for joining me. Before we get started, I just wanted to ask a favor of anyone who's watching this that hasn't already subscribed to me. If you can subscribe, I'm attempting to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and if you guys can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. All right, today I wanted to take a look at this YouTube book here that's got a whole bunch of replica memorabilia and things like that in it. It's pretty interesting. And but before we jump into that, just a quick little background. The band formed in 1976. I didn't actually realize they went that far back, which is pretty cool. They signed to Island Records 4 years later in 1980 and released their first album, Boy, the same year. And they released 5 more albums, including 1987's The Joshua Tree, which went on to sell 10 million copies in the US alone. So at that point, following that album and the sort of tour album that was Rattle and Hum, which actually sold 5 million copies. So I mean, they're, tremendous band in terms of sales and everything. They were worried about stagnating. And at that point, they released their 7th album in 1991, Octoon Baby, that basically reinvented their sound and image at that point. And the album went on to sell 8 million copies, was hugely successful for them, and really introduced them to an entirely new generation at that point. I was one of them. You can see the box set that's behind me there. It's, in my opinion, a classic album of theirs. And they continued that experimentation on for their next 2 releases, Europa in 1993 and Pop in 1997, which is also a favorite of mine. But by the turn of the new millennium in 2000, they decided to revert to their classic sound and release the album All That You Can't Leave Behind. And since that album, they have sort of straddled between their classic sound and including some of that experimentation from the 90s within each of their albums, leading up to the pair of related albums, the album Songs of Innocence, which came out in 2014, and Songs of Experience in 2017, which is what this book ties into. So the book being called Experience ties into the tour and the information and things from that. And we're going to take a look at that. Just a big overall, they have released a total of 14 albums and sold 175 million albums worldwide, which is just amazing. All right, so here's the book that we're going to take a look at. There's the spine of it, and the back side, which shows you all the goodies and things and gives you a cool little write-up on it. And like these other books that I've done that are like this, it comes in a hard cardboard slipcase on here, and it just slides right out. You get this cool view of all the guys there, and another great one there of Bono on the back side. And when we open this thing up here, right off the bat, cool piece of art here, but it contains this poster that's in it that just slides right out. So we're going to take a quick look at that before we go any further. And when we open this up here, you get this, you get the rest of this here. So nice big one there. Pull it all the way back so that you can try and get a good view of what that is. All right. So we'll put that aside and we'll come back to the book itself. And right off the bat, you can see there in the contents, and I'll pull this up so you can get a good view of what that is. Again, covers the whole career, each of the albums, the band members, going all the way up to their most current album, Songs of Experience, is in here. So again, really nice history. Look at the cool old shots of these guys, as it says, before they were U2. Different early gigs they were playing all the way up to the brand new, or first album I should say, in 1980. Look at Bono, is a really great live shot there at the bottom. So a lot of really cool shots and stuff. What I like is the memorabilia then comes in these sleeves, but they're made to look like pages in the book. They're full page. You can flip it over and you see the rest of the book, and then you can see what's actually inside it there on the back side. So you kind of know whether you're getting everything or not. And each one of these has a little tab on the top of it. It just pulls out like that and lifts up. I'm going to reach into it and pull the stuff out that's contained in here so that we can see it. There's extra stuff. So all right, so cool little small poster type image there. Might have been a sticker originally, not sure. This cool flyer. for tour dates and whatnot. Promotional, now this is a nice thick poster for War. It's really good. So I like it. It's not all on thin paper and things. It's definitely on different stuff. Another one, I'm not sure if this is actually a sticker, but it certainly feels like a sticker. I don't know if I could actually peel it. Just check real quick. Yeah, actually it is. So real sticker in there, not just a printed one. Very cool. And then we've got another little poster here, image type thing. Just some cool classic shots of these guys. All right, so we'll get back to the book itself. We'll flip that over, and we'll just keep going through Making of War and into the actual album of War. So it's cool, you get a little bit of prehistory to these things. It's not just the same stuff over and over. They really went into it here, and I appreciate that about this. All right, let's see. So the next item of memorabilia pops up here called under the U2 in America. And you can see the image there. This one's got the little flap out front. It's got some backstage passes and stuff. We're gonna get into it. And again, the back side of it telling you what's actually there. So let's look at these couple items that are right on the front of this thing. Cool little pass here, and I like it. It's double-sided, right? It's a telephone card, actually. Down there at the bottom, I remember when they were doing these things. And then this cool tour pass triangle, not like the typical kind you'd get. And then again, it's a sleeve, and we just gotta pull this part of it out here and lift it up. And let me reach in, see if I can get all the little goodies out of this thing. There's something down at the bottom. Let me reach down. All right, don't wanna miss those. All right, check this out. We have a, I don't know, a Zooropa type dollar or something. Double-sided, pretty cool. Zooropa photo pass. All right, and then cool Live Aid poster. That's a great one. Later on, they participated in the Live 8, as in the 8 continents. It was in, I believe it was in 2008 as well. And then there's Rattle and Hum, the movie, which was great, that went into theaters and stuff. It's always great seeing these those kind of road movies and biopic, or they're not really biopics, but I mean documentaries in the theater where you hear it with the sound of the theater speakers and everything. Adam Clayton in here, a lot of different photos of him, had some crazy hair back in the 80s, right? Rattle and Hum, the making of Achtung Baby. And again, I like that they go through the making of before they actually get to the album. So they're not just covering the making, the album, and its release all at one time. They're really breaking it down, giving you some good stuff. And so again, you know, different members, Larry Mullen Jr. and Zooropa. I always really liked the Zooropa album. It's kind of a diversive one because it was so experimental in there. But, all right, there's a cool pop. This is a band guest pass. And just get a little bit of this organized here and pull this flap out. And again, we'll pop that there and let me reach in and see what we've got in this one. So quite a bit in this one here. And there's something down at the bottom. Let me reach in and get that. Okay. So this cool one here, and check this out. It actually has the seating arrangement for the arena and everything on the back side of it, which is cool. All right, we've got a cool little single release for Stay Far Away So Close. That's really good. Now this is the thing that I thought was kind of cool. I know they had released these at the time, these little pop cubes. This is a thing where if you fold up all the stuff here, in it, you make the pop cube that had all their faces on it. I had seen these in record stores at the time and was never able to get a hold of one of them. They were always earmarked for employees or other people, but now I finally got one. So it's cool to get these things in the book. Ticket with, again, double-sided printing and everything that's on it. And then this is kind of cool. This little certification for Bono from the city of Dublin on there, March 18th of 2000. All right, and then we just continue through here. The rest of it, All That You Can't Leave Behind, and How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb, No Line on the Horizon, Songs of Innocence, Experience, which brings us all the way up presently. And then the last thing in the book here is a poster. There's another big one here. Oh yeah. Look at this though. This is a classic here. I can get that in the whole shot for you guys. All right. So there you go. Very cool book with a lot of unique stuff that's in here in it. And hopefully you appreciated it. And this is still available. You can pick this up. And again, if you appreciated this, I hope you'll comment, like, and remember to subscribe. Again, I'm trying to hit those 1,000 subscribers, so help me out if you can. All right, hope you had a good time. And if you did, let me know. Have a great one, everyone. Bye-bye.